What's up, Ranger fans? This is Robbie, and you are watching Geek Level Asian. Today, we're going to do another unboxing of the 25th Anniversary S.H. Figuarts event-exclusive Power Rangers Helmetless Green Ranger, JDF. There he is. And if you've watched my videos before, you know that I like to examine the action figure while it's in the box. So let's take a look at the artwork. Looks good to me. Looks like all of the other ones that I've unboxed. I've done the Red Ranger and the White Ranger, so now we're just finishing up with green. I love the photography on these action figures because from far away, you can't even tell that that is the toy. These look awesome, and this is probably one of the poses that I'm going to try to stand him in. We'll see how close we can get. From the outside in, we see the helmet in there, and we see a hand. I know he comes with some extra hands. The Dragon Dagger's got to be in there somewhere. So yeah, let's open this up. Give this a swipey swipe. There you go. This part is always annoying, opening up these corners because they get caught just because of the way they cut the cardboard. Very frustrating. There you go. Gotta do it that way. Come on, don't bend, don't bend. There you go. And let's just slide JDF out here. I keep calling him JDF. This is Tommy. Let's call him Tommy, the character name. There it is, the Dragon Dagger. Can't wait to play with that. Okay, so first impressions. Let's do a first impressions. Looks good. Looks very much like the White Ranger that I opened, but this actually looks a little bit more detailed. I'll do a video, not this one, but I'll do a video where I compare the two and maybe also compare it to the Lightning Collection White Ranger. But this definitely looks a little bit more detailed than the White S.H. Figuarts 25th Anniversary one. We get a bunch of pairs of hands like we always do. Helmet looks awesome. That looks really good. Paint jobs on these are just superb. Superb. All right, let's open the tray up. All right, you know what I love about this too is that they've chosen a green that looks more like the film footage, especially in the Sentai footage. This is not like a crayon green, like the green that you get right out of a Crayola box. This is definitely more of a tealish type green, which is, I think, a little bit more accurate when it comes to watching the footage that we saw when we were kids. Is the real suit in real life more green? Probably, but this definitely matches more what I'm used to when watching it on television. Shield looks amazing, and I don't think that on S.H. Figuarts you can take the shield off, and that's fine with me. I don't see any reason that I would need to take this off, but yeah, let's take him out. Like always, they have this plastic around their bodies. I still don't really know what that is for. Let's get that out of there. Sometimes it gets stuck in there. All right, let's bend his limbs. Okay, everything's nice and, it's not a click like it is on the Lightning figures, but they are tight enough that if you pose them, they'll stay. And again, I've mentioned this before, I like how S.H. Figuarts toes bend. Because the Lightning figures do not do that. It gives you a little bit more options or a little bit more accuracy in the feet in case you wanted to crouch, do a crouching pose or something of that nature. Let's see if this comes out very easily. It doesn't. For some reason, my White Ranger, this thing falls right out, and it's actually a little frustrating. But this seems like it'll stay in, which is good. Let's see about Poseability with the shield. You know, you do get stopped, but that's, in real life, it's the same thing. I have a dragon shield, and it stops. You can't put your arms too high. And you'll notice that in the Sentai footage and in Power Rangers in general, there's bends here in the actual foam in his shield because it doesn't bend. Okay, now the most important thing is let's look at the face. I'll be honest and say, this looks pretty good. I would say this looks a lot better than the White Ranger that I have. Definitely better. It's not that much different. I think it might actually be the same head, but a different paint job, which is very interesting. So something I also just noticed is he has his earring. Look at that. That's pretty cool. He's got his earring in there. And so on this one, they decided to do the ponytail because on the White Ranger, he's kind of got like his hair goes down his shoulders, which actually gets a little frustrating when trying to turn his head for certain poses if you want to do helmetless poses. So this, I believe, we'd be able to turn his head a little easier. Yeah, which is, in my opinion, better. Awesome. Oh, he looks curious. But now that we're talking about the head joint feels good. He can look in different directions. Ooh, that's a weird angle. The hairline looks a little strange there, but that's okay. It's funny, the more and more I look at this thing, the more and more it's starting to look like JDF to me, and maybe it's just because I'm looking at it too long. It's almost like he's alive. Remember the scene in Ghostbusters 2 with Vigo the Carpathian and Sigourney Weaver's like, it's almost like he's staring at me? That's kind of what's going on right now. But let's put him down for a second. Let's examine the helmet. Sugoi! So cool. I love this. It literally looks like a miniature version of my actual helmet. I love it. The color's cool. Very nice. So much detail. Look at that. Wow, my fingers look terrible. I'm sorry. So it looks like there's a little bit of painting imperfections over there. That's interesting. And look at the, I mean, you know, that's gonna happen, but I think my White Ranger helmet looks a little better. Even over here on the bottom as well, a little bit. But when you're looking at it on the figure as a whole, you're not really gonna notice it. With that being said, let's put the helmet on the toy. No, don't play. No, don't play. It's okay, Tommy. It's morphin' time. Oh, yeah, man. This looks awesome. Very cool. And it's funny because I have the actual S.H. Figuarts Green Ranger, but I've never opened it. So this is my first time opening up an S.H. Figuarts Green. He looks awesome. Looks really good. All right, I'm going to change the hands. Let's take his hands off. Let's make sure these are nice and... Yeah, these come out the way that they're supposed to. I don't know if you've seen my my white S.H. Figuarts, but one of the hands just like totally fell off without me even really pulling. But that's because it was loose from the factory, and then once I put it in, it was fine. Wait, I almost forgot the Dragon Dagger. This is so cool. Look at how much detail there is. Look at all the gold and the black highlights. This looks so good. I love it. I love it. It's tiny, but it's detailed, and it's perfect. I do kind of wish the buttons were gold, but, you know, it's going to be in his hand anyway, so it's not like it really matters that much. So, positioning him in this way was actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, and really because the trick is, position the dagger in this hand first before you put it in this one, because it fits very loosely in this one and keeps falling out, but it fits tightly in this one. So if you want to do this pose, make sure you put the dagger in this hand first. But yeah, that's probably the pose that I'm going to have him in when he's on my desk, but we'll try a few other ones. I'm going to set up my camera the other way so that we can take a look at a few poses. So for his first pose, I figured I'd stand him up nice and tall while he summons the Dragon Zord using the Dragon Dagger, and that looks awesome. I think the leg placement is pretty good. I think I did a pretty good job on that. Please be nice. Please be nice. Now, again, I keep noticing, like, let me just zoom in here, little imperfections on the helmet. If you look at the top fin, looks like there's a little painting imperfection. You know, this is probably, out of all the S.H. Figuarts that I've unboxed so far, the one that had the most helmet problems, which is a little disappointing because this is probably one of my favorites. But other than that, it looks awesome. I think the shield ratio also looks good. And what I mean by that is many times on these toys, you find that the shield is like way too small, and that especially on the Legacy collection, since he's too muscly, the straps stick out just way too much. This actually looks like the right ratio to the size of his chest, if that makes any sense. I'm also now noticing a big mark on the dragon shield that I didn't see earlier. I'm going to try to wipe that away. I don't know what that is. Success! It is gone! Thank you. I am so glad that that disappeared. Let's see. Wait. Can I get rid of that? No, that's on there. That's just on there. That's just the paint job. But he does look good anyway, and I am very happy with this toy. Oh, man, guys. You don't even know. Wow, I really like that one. So that, I used the back of the box to pose this one. This is definitely the pose that I am going to keep him in on my desk. Wow, that looks awesome. Looks really good. I'm really glad how that one came out. I know I'm making it seem like it's some accomplishment, but making these things look like they're still human beings, like they, you know, like their legs and arms are still in a pose that a human being would make, is not always the easiest thing. It could be like just a little twist of the wrist, a little twist of the hand, maybe just changing the foot a little bit can really, really, really change how these look, and I'm very glad that this one looks good. And it's basically the pose that's on the box, if you see it. And again, you could see the difference between the greens, between like the crayon green and the actual green of the figure itself, which I prefer the figure. I think this looks more realistic, more like the Sentai footage, and I'm very happy with it. So that's it, everybody. That is my unboxing of the 25th anniversary S.H. Figuarts, kind of event exclusive, helmetless Green Ranger. If you like this video, if you like this unboxing and you want to see more of them, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, you can also follow me on all of the social media networks because I am on all of them and I'm super responsive on Instagram. So until next time, everybody, until my next unboxing or another video where I'm going to talk about a bunch of geeky stuff, may the power protect you.